At 62, I thought my life was set. Gardening, reading, and quiet evenings defined my days. But then my stepson Alex, 22, and fresh out of college, moved in with me. What started as a simple gesture of kindness turned into something that completely changed the course of my life. Stay with me as I tell you this unexpected story. Before we dive in, if you love real stories that explore the unexpected twists of life, hit that subscribe button and like this video. Let's explore this journey together. 1. A quiet life. Before Alex. I had been alone for 5 years since my husband passed. My days were simple but comforting, filled with gardening and books. Then one day, Alex called, a voice I hadn't heard in months. His words were hesitant, almost unsure, but I knew what he needed even before he asked. He needed a place to stay while he got back on his feet. Without hesitation, I said yes. I didn't know then how much that one decision would change everything. 2. Preparing for his arrival. When Alex pulled up in his beat-up car, I remember feeling nervous, almost out of place. He wasn't the awkward teenager I had known years ago. He had grown into a confident young man, tall and broad-shouldered, but there was still a familiarity in his warm smile. I showed him to his room, hoping everything was comfortable. I thought we'd just coexist peacefully, but the truth was far more complex. 3. Adjusting to life together. At first, things were uneventful. Alex was busy looking for jobs while I stuck to my routines. But over time, I began to notice the little things. The way he lingered in the kitchen to chat, or the way he smiled at me from across the table. I hadn't realized how lonely my house had felt until he arrived. His presence brought energy into my quiet life, but it also stirred something unexpected in me. The night that changed everything. It was late, and I was almost asleep when I heard my bedroom door creak open. Confused, I turned to see Alex standing there. His face was shadowed, but I could tell something was troubling him. He admitted he couldn't sleep and sat on the edge of my bed. He talked about feeling lost, and for the first time, I saw a vulnerability in him that tugged at my heart. I placed my hand on his arm, offering comfort. In that moment, something shifted. The air felt heavier, charged. I didn't know what it was, but I couldn't ignore it. 5. A new energy between us. The next morning, Alex acted as if nothing had happened. He smiled over breakfast and chatted about his plans, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something had changed. The way he looked at me, the way our hands would brush in passing, it was subtle but undeniable. I told myself I was imagining it, that I was just lonely. But deep down, I knew better. 6. Celebrating his success. A few weeks later, Alex came home with exciting news. He had landed a job. We decided to celebrate with takeout and wine. As we talked and laughed, the conversation drifted into deeper territory. That's when he admitted he hadn't been able to stop thinking about me. I was stunned, but I couldn't deny my own feelings. For the first time in years, someone made me feel alive again. 7. The line we crossed. That night, everything changed. We kissed, and in that moment, all the boundaries I thought I had dissolved. It was messy and complicated, but it was also real. For so long, I had buried my emotions, convinced that part of my life was over. But Alex reminded me that I could still feel, still connect. It wasn't what I expected, but it was what I needed. 8. Navigating the unknown. The days after were confusing. We didn't talk about what happened, but the energy between us was different. We were careful, almost hesitant, as we figured out how to navigate this new dynamic. It was uncharted territory, but we both knew something had shifted that we couldn't ignore. 9. Embracing the connection. One evening, Alex finally confronted the tension. He told me he cared about me deeply, more than he should. Hearing those words made my heart race. I admitted I cared about him too, but I knew how complicated this was. We promised to take it slow, to figure things out one step at a time. For the first time in years, I felt seen, appreciated, and alive. 10. A new chapter. As we spent more time together, the connection between us grew. It wasn't easy, and it certainly wasn't conventional. But life doesn't always follow the rules. Sometimes it throws you into unexpected situations with people you never thought would be part of your story. And sometimes those situations lead to happiness you didn't even know you needed. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes it leads us to paths we never expected to walk. If this story resonated with you, or if you've ever experienced something unexpected that changed your life, share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories about life's twists and turns. Until next time, take care. Subscribe for more unforgettable stories.